welcome back to a Sunday vlog. This is kind of like a different video on a Sunday because we are going to be changing things up on this channel. Me and Graham have kind of been brainstorming, and I'm not going to lie guys, the vlogs have been getting a bit stale. It's gotten to the point now where even with us, our life is just like, there's nothing interesting to vlog. Sometimes when I'm editing the video, I'm like, I don't even want to upload this video because it's just like a whole lot of nothing, you know? I literally feel like I'm just uploading for the sake of it, and I don't like that. I want to be excited about every video that we do upload. So we are going to be carrying on with the vlogs, but we're going to be alternating. So we're going to be switching things up. One week it'll be like a normal regular vlog, and then next week it'll be more like videos like this, where it's like chatty, challenges, try on videos, makeup videos, and then the week after that we're going to be going back to vlogging, just so that it kind of shakes up this channel, because I just found that ever since we started vlogging, we don't really get any new subscribers on this channel now, you know? Our videos don't really get seen or searched anymore. We just want to spice things up, don't we, babe?
Yeah, make you guys miss the vlog a little bit, and then you guys will watch it.
Yeah, exactly, guys.
Yeah. Before we take it away, you better start watching it. You know, better get the views up to make us want to do it.
We're not taking away the vlogs, but we're just going to be switching things up. Videos are still coming every single Sunday. I just want to be able to make you guys get excited about our future videos. In this video, we are going to be doing an updated Q&A. Last time we done this video, you guys really enjoyed, you know, me and Grant sitting down and just seeing from our perspective, giving you guys some relationship advice, telling you guys like updates about our relationship. So we're actually going to be going on a date night today, and we're going to be taking you guys along with us. So it's kind of like a little vlog mixed in with like Q&As, just to spice things up, you know. So I want to hear your feedback about this video, what you guys think about it. Did you enjoy this kind of format? I'm just the type of person that hates the same thing all the time. I don't like when things are always repeated. I want to switch things up. I love change and I want to embrace it. That's the only way to grow and evolve and try new things, you know. But first off, let's do like a little life update before we get going and answer some questions, okay? What's been happening with you?
What's been happening with me?
Yeah.
A lot's been happening with me, actually. I feel like I've been at a stage in my life where I'm like, just going like this.
Oh, okay. You feel like you're plateauing?
Yeah. I've been getting to a stage where I'm like, not enjoying what I'm doing at the moment with work. Not enjoying...
Going out anymore?
Don't know, it's not going out. It's just basically been burning myself out. Haven't really stopped for a long time. Got no motivation. So I've been a bit like, going like this. So I've been waking up and be like, I have nothing to do today. Or I just have so much to do that I just want to just hide away from it. I feel like the house purchase for my last house ruins me. Like, it took me so much effort and it just gave me so much headache that I was like stressing about that, and stressing about if it's gonna get done, then having to work and having to travel, and just a lot going on in my life at the moment, and I just wanted to do absolutely nothing sometimes.
Yeah. The only thing about that, guys, is that I feel like when he sits around and does nothing, I just feel like you are just procrastinating and you're just making everything worse. So on top of whatever Graham's feeling, it puts the strain on me now, because now I'm having to edit the vlogs and I'm having to do all the other things to try to pick up, obviously, whatever Graham is leaving behind. And, you know, obviously that's what a relationship is, you know, when one person is feeling one way, you rely on the other person to pick things up. But then you also end up growing a little bit of resentment towards the other person, and you're just like, fix your shit up. And then obviously Graham has been not feeling very well recently, as you guys saw in the New York vlog. The New York vlog, actually, Graham was feeling sick even before that. Let's tell you what actually happened about Creamfields. We did vlog that whole experience, but we didn't tell you guys what actually happened.
Yeah.
So it's time to just let it all out, guys. There's a life update, a few tears might come out, who knows.
Before everything, I was feeling a little bit sick. Basically, I had a cough that's come back, and I had a cyst in my throat that I had to remove probably about a year ago, and it stopped my cough. All of a sudden, like 2 months ago, I started developing a cough again.
This is after Tomorrowland.
Basically, I felt like maybe I've been just doing too much, burning myself out, socialising too much, partying too much, and not looking after myself.
As you guys know, I was going to Creamfields, and this was actually a paid job with NYX. Of course, this is like an amazing experience. Like, what person would not want to go and get paid to go to a festival? A festival, by the way, that I actually genuinely wanted to go to. I was going to pay money to go to, but at the same time, we had a wedding that weekend. It was just so many things coming up at once, where I had a Creamfields, I was going to a wedding and then I was flying to Ibiza. So there was a lot of things happening this week, right guys? That week, Graham felt really, really sick. So I booked an appointment for Graham to go to the GP, and the GP suggested for him to go do a blood test. So he'd done a blood test the night before we went to Creamfields. That evening, we packed all our stuff. We was getting ready to drive up to Manchester at 9 a.m. the next morning. And we ended up going to sleep a little bit early that evening because we had to get like a good night's rest. In the middle of the night, around like 1 a.m, I heard Graham's phone vibrating. Graham's phone is always on silent, by the way, so he always misses like his calls and stuff. I heard the phone kept going off and I thought, oh, maybe it's your mum calling you, like, yeah, she needs some help or something. Graham picked up the phone and it was the ambulance that actually called Graham. At first, we thought it was a prank, wasn't it? We was like, oh, what is this? Like, because this actually happened before. Someone actually pranked Graham before. So if you're watching this, delete Graham's number, okay? Because I think it was a follower or something. When this person called Graham, they said that they're calling from 111 and they're going to send an ambulance over to Graham because they haven't been able to get hold of him from his blood test. And then as soon as I heard that, me and Graham jumped out of bed and we're like, what the fuck happened to this blood test? It must be so bad where they're calling the ambulance. And Graham had 12 missed calls before he actually picked up that final call.
At the time, I was a bit like confused. I was like, have you got the right person? Who are you looking for?
Yeah.
And like, I was a bit like startled. I just woke up like 2 o'clock in the morning. I answered this phone call and I'm like, what you on about? Like kind of thing. He was like, are you this? And do you live at this address? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, did you call for ambulance? I was like, no. I thought it was maybe like Thuy's mum, because sometimes we like obviously call for her mum and they've got my number or something.
So that was really scary. Basically, the GP has been apparently trying to get hold of Graham and no one could get through to him. So they thought they were going to send an ambulance over to see if he's okay. This was at like 1 to 2 in the morning. Graham had to call back 999, go talk to the ambulance services to make sure this is correct. He had to call 111. We was on the phone until like 3 or 4 in the morning. And obviously, in the end, we cancelled the ambulance. We said that Graham's fine. We don't want to waste anyone's time or anyone's services. We hanged up the phone, but obviously that left us startled. It was like 4 in the morning. We wasn't able to sleep. We were like, what should we do? We're meant to go Creamfields tomorrow. Like, I bought Graham's ticket. We ended up paying like £120 for this ticket because I was only allowed 1+1. I was taking my younger sister as her birthday gift. What are we going to do? Are we still going to go Creamfields tomorrow? Or we're not going to go Creamfields? It was a paid job, so I just felt like I had to still go, but I felt really sad because basically I knew in the morning the right thing to do was for Graham not to go and for him to go to the GP. The best thing to do was to call at 8 o'clock in the morning, try to get a GP appointment, and that is what we did in the end.
The only reason I was going to go Creamfields is because I was just going to go there, get some content for Thuy and shoot back home.
Yeah.
Because I was so busy with the wedding stuff on that weekend that I had no time to mess around. I was going to go for one day, go get some content, have some fun, and come back. Yeah. And that was all.
In the end, I called up for Graham at 8 a.m. in the morning. I was the first in line, guys. So I got Graham's appointment. I ended up having to leave Graham and he had to end up going to the GP by himself. And I had to, you know, do that long drive to Manchester with my younger sister. In the end, the GP called Graham back and they actually found Graham had low white blood cells in his blood test. Obviously that sounds freaking awful and that just raises alarms, and the first thing you do is go and Google on your phone and you end up reading things like it could be cancer, it could be this, that and the other, and your mind just ends up going to like a massive spiral and you just end up feeling really shit. And in the end, Graham had to go to the emergency room by himself. He had to stay there overnight while I was partying at Creamfields. I felt awful, guys. I felt like I should be with Graham by his side, but at the same time it was also a paid job. I've also felt really bad because if I was here, it's kind of like, what would I be doing kind of thing.
So I told Thuy to still go, and like, I didn't know like if it was serious, didn't know if it was just do some blood tests. But when I got there, they kept me overnight. I didn't feel like 100%, but I didn't feel like I needed to be there overnight. I didn't feel like as bad I was in New York, having a fever, shivering, and stuff like that. That's when I felt like I needed to be in hospital. Yeah. When I was there, they ran a lot of blood tests, ran a lot of like tests on me, and
done a urine test, COVID swabs, they done a HIV test. I was like, oh girl.
Yeah.
They ended up pumping loads of antibiotics throughout him. They gave loads of fluids and stuff like that. Yeah. But they never really said what the blood test was. He done scans, x-ray scans, and we still don't know if he does have an underlying condition today. It's something that we're still trying to work out. Because you guys didn't know all of this stuff happened like 2 weeks before we went to New York. We already booked our New York trip like months ago. So we was like deciding, should we still go? Should we not still go? Yeah. Graham wasn't feeling like top condition, but he's feeling okay enough to kind of fly. fly. But on that flight, guys, I don't know what happened, but Gran got so cold on the flight where he was shivering, and we ended up getting there at like, you know, 1 a.m. in the morning, and we had like one okay stay there, and then that night Gran ended up having a really bad fever, a really bad headache, vomiting. Yeah. Obviously, from me hearing that Gran has low white blood cells in his blood, that basically means that his body can't fight off infections as a normal person would. So that just made me like panic, and I was just thinking like, oh my god, if we're stuck in America and we have to pay all these fees for your guys' hospitals and your guys' ambulance fees, or apparently like if you go on an ambulance it's like £3,000 or something. I was kind of convincing Gran like, I think we should fly home, and Gran was like resisting it for the longest time. And Gran ended up crying, he ended up feeling really upset, and I was like, babe, why are we forcing ourselves to have fun? But if you're not having fun, we should just go back and prioritise your health.
I was really gutted because like I was enjoying New York. I was really like upset with myself that I was kind of like ill. In a sense, so like I was.
You didn't know what's wrong with you as well.
Yeah, I didn't know what was up with me, and I didn't know like if I should just try soldier on. But by like 4 days, I was like, I'm feeling so sick. I just want to be at home. So paid extra to fly back home. We cut our hotel short. We didn't really have a holiday in a sense. Like
yeah, it was so stressful.
It was so stressful. There were times where like I would have a shower, vomit. I'll be so cold, chattering at night, having the jumper on, then just sweating like the whole bed. I was just like wet. Yes, like I don't know what
sweaty.
It was.
You guys remember that beef pastrami sandwich that we had at Cat's? That night we went back, Gran vomited it everywhere, all over the shower, and the whole room smelt like salt beef. And I don't even eat beef as well, so it was disgusting. Yeah, as soon as we landed, we basically took Gran to A&E. He done chest x-rays and all that kind of stuff, but we still haven't got down to what is causing the cough. He's now just recently had a GP appointment last week, and they referred him to ENT to see if his cyst has come back in his throat. Yeah. And obviously cysts are like scary, guys. You don't know like what is there and stuff like that. So yeah, that is something that we're struggling with behind the scenes.
I feel like burning myself out in a sense. I feel like I just mentally, physically drained. Yeah. I just couldn't talk to people and stuff like that. Didn't have the energy to talk to anyone. Like. Yeah,
and I kind of still feel like Gran's still going through that, to be honest, at the moment. It's quite hard because me and Gran have the same friendship group, and obviously because I live so far away, it's like I don't really want to drive myself, and Gran doesn't want to stay at home by himself if he's kind of like okay to kind of go out, and he gets really bad FOMO as well. So we're like, should we just go out tonight? So we end up going out, but then Gran ends up feeling really sick, and then by the end of the night, me and Gran are arguing, and we're like, why did you go if you're not having a good time, and blah blah blah. So on top of Gran feeling sick and stuff like that, me and Gran have also been having a lot of arguments and a lot of like just petty annoying things to do with work, and yeah, we just haven't been really in a good place as well. Like, as much as I want to try to support him, but I'm also very much like a tough love type of girlfriend, and sometimes I feel like Gran doesn't feel like I support him very much, and that's something that we're trying to work through at the moment. So that was a little life update. We've been filming for 22 fucking minutes now, and we haven't even started this.
So basically, I'm feeling so ill and just got no energy for anything, right? And you want to try arguing me.
Yeah, because I just feel like you're not giving me any attention. It's like you're not even trying with our relationship. I've been cooking for him and doing all the stuff, and I'm just like, hello, I need some loving as well. I need some cuddles, I need some affection. But obviously, because Gran's feeling very ill, he hasn't got any energy to give to me at all.
For no one. At the moment, I'm being very selfish. With me, yeah, I help out my friends a lot, and I will put everyone top priority, like Thuy top priority, and that's where I feel like I'm doing wrong. Where I'm like, put everyone priority, but then not looking after myself. I've been putting myself top priority, like I've just been looking after my mental, physical, my health, basically. Just trying to put myself first before I think about anyone else. And that is really hard because you have a girlfriend that needs attention, like your friends need attention, like your family needs attention, and you just can't deal with everything, even if you're going through something at the same time.
I do understand where obviously Gran's coming from, but at the same time, I got needs as well, you know. I don't want to feel neglected. I feel like lonely. Like I'm in the same room as him. I'm like, talking to a wall is more entertaining. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, come on, give me something here. I asked you a question. It's like, don't know. You don't want to make conversation. I'm just like, hello. Like, I need someone to talk to, you know. So yeah, that is what is kind of going on with us, guys. Like, our relationship has been like strained. On top of that, we're trying to carry on vlogging, like it's fine. Anyways, I think that is it for the little life update. We're gonna head into London now, and during the way we're gonna answer a couple like questions and answers and stuff like that. Let's go. I'm really craving bubble tea as well, so let's go to date night. Look at that, from the house to the car. Are we gonna be getting a new car anytime soon?
Want to?
Our car is breaking down, guys. The aircon is gone. I was hoping we'll get a car this year, but I just don't know if that's gonna happen at this rate. Because we live so far and we're always driving up and down the motorway, we are spending like nearly £300 a month on petrol alone.
And every time I take a trip to London and back, it takes a quarter.
Oh.
So that's like 4 trips.
Let's answer some question and answers. That's what the whole video was about, instead of us yabbering on about our life problems. The first question is, it's actually from your cousin. Mum, if you're watching, hey! When are you guys getting married and having kids? The ultimate question.
So we said that we're gonna get a house first, and then a year later we decided to get another house. I've literally spent all my money on this house. In our personal house, buy like blinds. Blinds cost us like £6,000.
Yeah.
Cut down the tree, it cost us like £1,000.
Yeah.
How much we pay ourselves is probably not enough for our lifestyle.
Yeah. I don't know at this point if we are going to get married. It just sounds like so expensive, and we've just recently went to our friend's wedding, and as beautiful as it was, that just looks like so much headache.
I feel like he got all of that money back. You know, with Asian weddings, we do this thing where we don't give gifts, we give money.
Yeah. But I do feel like if we was going to have a wedding, we wouldn't have a wedding like that. It would be a lot smaller. We wouldn't invite all these aunties and uncles that we never spoke to in our lives. So I wouldn't be doing it to make money.
We want to do something like big, extravagant, but something very small in guests.
I want to do something like wow, but then there'll only be like, probably like 30 people maybe.
40.
Kids on the other hand, my psychic did say I'm not going to have any time soon.
I guess when it happens, I guess.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those like, we're not planning for it, but if 1 month I miss my period, I'm like, oh fuck. We're doing this now, hey?
Barely.
You better pull out them, bitch.
Look after my own health, yeah. Let alone look after another little one. Anyways, let me get some petrol.
Okay, we got the petrol. How much was it?
82 quid.
Alright, so we've got an hour drive to London. How to improve sex when you've been in a long-term relationship. I'm married and my sex life is gone.
Damn, girl.
Ryan actually said to me yesterday, yeah, if he was with someone that didn't give him sex, he couldn't be in that relationship, guys.
Do you know what, yeah? I have a high sex drive.
Sorry, cover your ears, guys.
It kind of is a must in a relationship, but you kind of have to do it, you know what I mean? Like, get intimate. Well, recently, yeah, it has been a chore.
He's finding a chore now. What is
Do
this?
you know what? No, I mean, like, trying to spice it up. It takes a lot of effort, you know?
Yeah, it really does. How long would you say that is the max you can't go without the booty
Like,
cheeks?
if we are busy, a week probably tops.
A week tops.
Maybe a week and a half. But really, like, you should be doing it quite often.
Now, how often is quite often?
Every other day.
Right.
Okay.
What would you suggest to someone when they said their sex life's gone to shit?
Are you making effort? Is he making effort? A lot of times, yeah, I'm not like dissing Thuy, like, but sometimes she'll just come in her pajamas and like with no makeup on and stuff like that. But I prefer when she's like done up and looking hot. Prefer Thuy to come to bed like that. So there's an effort on both ends. Have a bit of foreplay maybe as well.
You gotta go down and suck some dick, girls.
Go suck a dick, suck a dick, suck a motherfucking dick. Suck a dick, suck a huge or small dick.
You gotta go down 1, 2. Okay, I don't think there's any guy that would ever reject a blowjob. I'm gonna be so honest with you, yeah? I used to hate giving blowjobs, yeah? I used to be one of those girls that, oh my god, it's fucking the chore, my neck, my hand ache. I didn't really get anything out of it before. Not that it used to upset Graham, but like, he would always have to like ask me for it, and especially because I'm not in the mood, it's like he doesn't really want to pressure me to do anything that I don't want to do, obviously. But now, guys, I actually was talking to a couple of friends, and I've been watching a couple of videos, I've been teaching myself, I've been learning the craft, and I'm like, I want to master this fucking skill. It is a skill, guys. Like, I want to like learn how to enjoy it. Now I can actually genuinely say that I actually like enjoy doing it. Not even like I don't mind doing it, I actually enjoy doing it, which is a nice place to be, you know, because it's a very empowering position. You make them toes curl by your skills, you know, ladies.
You're all going to hell. Goodbye.
I feel like a lot of times for women, they think that sex is just for the man. It's a thing that both of you are there to enjoy. You know, he needs to like pick up the slack, he needs to get down there, and just as much as you're getting down there, girl, you need to get yourself some toys.
You have to understand that you're getting the other person off. You have to find enjoyment out of that.
That's It's good saying shut the fuck up and stop talking about all this inappropriate stuff. On to the next subject. Okay, I'm gonna answer one more question. How do you deal with arguments? Have you ever had doubts in your relationships? Jealousy? Let's talk about this one, okay guys. So me and Guy have been together for 14 years, guys. It is only natural that you have doubts in your relationship. So rare to actually find anyone that has been together for that long, like these days, you know, for half of our lifetime.
Clap if you've ever wanted to kill somebody.
Been together for so long, we probably annoyed each other for so long as well that
Yeah.
sometimes we don't want to be in each other's faces. As much as I love Thuy, she does annoy me and I annoy her.
Something that I've definitely learned is that we need to put our pride aside and we need to basically try to listen to where the other person is coming from. The biggest thing about me and Graham is that when we argue each other's cases and we're not even trying to listen to what the other person's saying. So I do think that's something that we are actively trying to work on.
I say to Thuy all the time, yeah, I'm not trying to make you agree with me, I'm just trying to make you understand.
A lot of times as well, why we argue is because Graham gets really defensive, doesn't want to admit fault, and we actually had to do this exercise where we had to look at each other's apology languages. That's something I definitely recommend for you guys. If you are in a relationship, you have to do the test with your partner on what's your love language and what's your apology language. You will find that different people accept apologies differently. Graham might think that he is apologising, but I'm not accepting the way he's apologising, so it doesn't feel like an apology to me.
You know when sometimes you tell me about something, I'm like quite defensive, but I have to understand that I'm wrong sometimes. I'll be like, okay, yeah, it's my fault, yeah.
Yeah. Say that again for the people in the back.
So you first of all, you might be like, defensive about it. Then you're like, do you know what? Yeah, I was wrong. Yeah, put your pride aside in a sense. Like, I tell you now, yeah, a lot of people hate to admit they're wrong.
And that is my apology language as well. You have to admit what you've done wrong. And when you don't admit it and you're making excuses on why you've done this or trying to explain all this, I'm like, I don't care. I want you to be like, babe, I'm sorry, I did wrong. I shouldn't have done that. That's literally what I want to hear. I don't want to hear no excuses. At the end of the day, whenever you guys are arguing, there's always two people that's in the wrong. Normally, both people could have done something a bit different to make the situation better. So try to avoid like pointing the finger. It's healthy to point out what the other person could have done wrong, but also you need to reflect on what you could have also done differently as well.
So we just made it to London.
Yay, we're in Leicester Square now, guys. We're going to show you guys around the famous Leicester Square. If you ever come to London, this is like where you go for Chinatown.
This is how you cross the road around here, yeah? Just run across the road.
You just jaywalk, guys. Jaywalk is not a thing over here.
We made it to the famous
So we're gonna show
Leicester
you-
Square, which you get in Monopoly, which right now McDonald's is playing right now, yeah? So like, if you got the Park Lane or the Mayfair, let me know. We could go 50-50, you know what I mean? You can give me the Mayfair, and I can give you the Park Lane.
I swear it's all a scam, guys. So we're going to View Cinema to watch this movie called Smile.
This is Leicester Square. Got Burger King.
Okay guys, so we're going here today. We're going to View.
They also have the Odeon that's around the corner, which does the main premiere.
Yeah, that's where the big celebrities go when it's like a really big premiere. Okay guys, we're getting our wristband. How fancy is this cinema now? They have square pie. They've got a whole bar over here. We're the first ones in the cinema, guys. Oh my god. So I'm guessing we're the reserved one, I'm guessing.
Can we just sit in that one?
Yeah, let's just sit in that one just in case.
Just in case we get kicked out.
What did you just say?
Shall we do a quickie?
Should do a quickie here, guys. We've got free popcorn.
Got some free water.
Alright guys, we will let you know how the movie is. So we just finished at the movies. There are so many jump scares in that movie, guys. Grant shat himself. He's dropped popcorn everywhere.
There's one that got everyone.
Everyone was screaming.
Everyone screamed. That was shit scary.
If you like jump scares, kind of thriller kind of movies, overall storyline wasn't that believable, but it definitely gave you some like jump scares, like proper bits where you like didn't expect it. Anyways, we are gonna go to a restaurant now. I'm gonna have dinner. The restaurant is actually called 1947. It's like an Indian restaurant that we actually saw online.
Guess what?
What?
Water. That's how you know I'm Asian.
It's free smart water, guys. We can't leave that there. We had to stop off at this place called G's Fried Chicken. Grant could have picked like chicken thighs, he could have picked a popcorn chicken, but he picked chicken skin.
Fried chicken skin.
Literally just plain fried chicken skin. Doesn't that sound awful? Does that sound good to you or does that sound nasty? How nice is this? Okay, our drinks have just arrived. Cheers, babe. And we've got some tempura here. And I'm gonna answer one more question to carry on this Q&A.
Well, I might eat my poppadoms.
How would you describe the old you versus the new you?
I'm less shy now. More confident.
How did you become less shy?
Don't give a fuck.
I definitely agree. Grant used to be a lot more shy. He's definitely come out of his shell a lot more.
Yeah, still finding who I am. And I'm looking to dig into this calamari. Let's see how it is.
Good? I would say the difference in my mindset has definitely changed. When I was younger, I just felt like I didn't deserve to spend my money or deserve nice things. I always felt like I had to save to buy a house, which obviously was the goal. And when we finally achieved it, I feel like a breath of fresh air. I feel like I've definitely achieved something now.
So we've got some lamb cutlets.
Ooh, chili prawns. This was on like the recommended menu, so I want to try one. On camera. This is so good. I'm meant to be filming for my TikTok, but no one would know. Spicy. And well, so spicy, but so good. Oh my god, that was amazing. Wow. Oh my god, that looks so good. Not us coming home and finding another pigeon outside our house, guys. Why is it laid upside down like this? Why? Grand's gonna have to clean that up tomorrow.
Hopefully the sparrow hawk comes and eat it.
I hope you enjoyed today's little Q&A / vlog. We wanted to bring you guys along our day because this is probably the only fun day that we have this week. And I hope you guys enjoyed a little life update. We'll keep you guys updated with how things are going. If we find out any more news and stuff like that. Hope you guys understand why things have been a bit deflated recently. And, you know, just not as fun and chirpy as how it normally is. Maybe that's why you haven't seen Graham much on the vlog sometimes. Because sometimes we are fighting, I can't stand his face, but I had to put on the front for the camera, you know? Yeah, one of those ones.
Do you know, like, vlogging and being in this limelight kind of thing, yeah? You really have to be in the mood. Sometimes Thuy like points the camera in my face, I'm like, really, Thuy? My hair's so greasy. Got pajamas on. And like...
You look the same either way, babe. Even when you're dressed up, you look the same as if you're in pajamas.
Whatever, man. I've got to make a good impression of myself, you know what I mean?
Let us know what other videos you guys want us to film, and we'll be returning back next week with our normal weekly vlogs. So we'll see you guys next week.
It just sounds like a vlog already.
Probably is, isn't it?
Yeah.
You guys probably don't even notice the difference.
It's just a vlog, you know what I mean? It's just like we went out to London for one day.
Yeah.
And then done the video.
And it's probably the longest video we filmed so far.
Why are you like bare zoomed in my face,
We have
mate?
to hide our identity from where we live.
You're bare like
So,
fucking
this needs to be-
zoomed in my face and shit.
So,
like
it's the next morning
nostrils.
now.
Just nostrils.
This is the sight that I saw this morning.
What are you doing, man? Get out of my face.
I'm getting braver, guys. Look how close I am to it now. Wait already? You're going in for the kill? What is this?
Have to, mate.
Oh my god, Gran knows the trick already, mate. Our house is cursed, guys. Why must it be like this? Farewell, pigeon.
Farewell, pigeon.
You'll fly again in another life. Oh, Gran's got this technique down now. Look how close he's getting to it. Oh my god, babe, be careful. You're so close to touching that damn bird. What is this? You're flipping it around.
It's like dead already, mate.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, that was traumatic, wasn't it, guys? I wouldn't say you're the most mature person.
How?
Did you see that on camera, guys? He just checked out that girl. Did you see that? Did you see those eyes? Did you just see that, guys? You better rewind. Look at those eyes.
What? I'll see who's going past me. I always have this thing, yeah, I scan about.
Yeah, his eyes are always shifting.
I'm always scanning what's going on, like, in my environment.
Is that
What about
trauma?
if there's like killer? Peace out.
A-Town.
Come on, do your slow-mo again.
Hey, I know you guys like my slow-mo. Can't you do one?
Mate, I got no hair to do slow-mo.
Can I insert the slow-mo of your bum jiggling?
No. Basically, yeah, I was butt naked and she kicked my bum and then done slow-mo.
And it was rippling, guys. It was like, oh.
My ass was rippling.
It caused a tsunami.
So I done one to her and now I got
The bum did not jiggle the same way as Greg's.
It did. What are you on about? It jiggled even worse. The fanny flaps jiggled too.